What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Russ, and on this channel we talk about Jeeps and all things off-road vehicle-based adventure. In today's video, we're going to be talking about airing up our tires using a single compressor from ARB, and as well as a dual compressor with a tank setup, so their portable twin system. So let's get to it. You guys might remember, if you've watched any of my previous videos, that I'm still having some issues with the rear locker, and they are ARB air lockers. So originally I thought that it was the compressor that had malfunctioned. Here's a picture of why I thought that. There was just a whole bunch of differential fluid that I thought it was actually compressor oil on the floorboard of under my passenger seat where I have the compressor mounted. And so instead of getting another single compressor, if that was the case, I wanted to upgrade to a dual. So now that I have the dual compressor, I'm really curious of how long it's going to take to air them back up using the portable unit. Now, I still have the single compressor. It's still hooked up. I'm running that to operate lockers my lockers in the front, and then I'm still going to run them in the back once I get all that figured out. But I bought the portable unit for multiple reasons. One, it's got a tank, so I can potentially run air tools off it, which is great. It comes with a blowgun, and then it's also available for other people to use. And also, it doesn't run very hot. It's 100% life cycle, whatever you want to call it, air compressor. So it's got a fan that keeps it cool, so you can continuously run it. Versus the single, it's like if you run it for 30 minutes, you need to let it cool for 30 minutes. But I'm just really curious, so hope you guys are too. Let's get started with the single compressor from 14 all the way up to 30. So I've got everything set up. It's aired down. I've got the single compressor on and hooked up inside the Jeep. I'm using the ARB little setup, and I just got this lock inflate connection, which means I don't have to sit there and hold it. But I'm going to start the timer at the same time, and then I'll show that on the screen. Okay. As you can see, over 5.5 minutes to get it from 14 all the way back up to 30. So that times 4, obviously we're going to be spending a good amount of time airing back up. So I'm really curious. It should be at least half of that if I'm using the twin compressor, but let's just see. Just to confirm, we're down to 14 PSI. Yeah, let's get everything else set up. Before we get too far into this, I just want to go over this portable unit. So you can see it's got the ARB twin. It does have a fan, so that's what you might hear running right there. I'm using the same hose, same gauge, same clip over here. And I do have these cable leads, the power leads going up to the battery. Obviously, because it is portable, you need to hook it up to battery power. The switch will illuminate when it is hooked up to power, and then again when you turn it on. So yeah, let's get the timer started and see how long this takes. And start. Well, what do you know? It's actually less than half the time, which is awesome. So I went from 14 to 30 with the single compressor in about, over 5 minutes, right? And then for the dual compressor setup, the portable setup that I have that has the tank and everything, 2.5 minutes, I was over 30 PSI. So it was like 30.5, almost 31. So is it worth the investment? That's the question. This setup is $900 usually. I think it's more like around $1,000. So is it worth it? For me, yes, because I thought I needed to buy a new compressor anyway. I didn't. Do I have to keep it in a portable setup? No, I don't. I can take this out, mount it underneath the seat, and you have a dual compressor underneath, hooked up, wired up, onboard air. So that in and of itself works well for me. But being able to have this be portable, let other people use it for other things, air tools, blowguns, if I take a different vehicle and want to bring a compressor with me, all of those things, share it. Actually, when we just went to Uwharrie and went camping, we actually used this to inflate an air mattress in a very, very short order. So Is it worth it? That's a choice you're going to have to make. For me, it was, because, like I said, I needed a new compressor. At least I thought I did at the time. So anyway, I'm going to get all this stuff cleaned up, and I'll be back and probably next week to let you know about what's going on with the rear end. And I've got this brake issue that I've got to take care of in the front. I've got to get this vehicle inspected, and right now I've got an ABS light on that just won't stop. So it's not just a wheel sensor, it's a whole big thing. So waiting on parts from TerraFlex to take care of that, but I will bring you guys along for the ride. And yeah, hope you guys are living life adventurously, and until next time, I'll see you on the trail.